guys, this is a little video I'm going to do for you here tonight on a old 2-meter crystal controlled mobile radio. Looks like a base, but it's actually mobile. It runs on DC power, 14 volt, 13.8, and I figured I'd just give you an idea of what it is. The radio is it's an old Regency HR-212 amateur radio transceiver, VHF, 2-meter. The controls are pretty basic that it has. It has your volume with on and off. It has your squelch. It has your transmit crystal selection, and it has your receive crystal selection. It also has your lock and unlock. As far as I can tell by reading on the manual, it's got to do with keeping transmit crystals in line. And then of course you have your microphone jack right here. The radio, as much as I could tell online from it and stamps in the board itself, the radio was made in 1971. The main circuit boards were 1971, and there's another circuit board in there from 1972. So yeah, it's quite an older radio. I think I might have done a video on this years and years ago on my old YouTube channel, Radionet 63, the one I shut down. I wish I would have kept it open, but anyway, I did a little video on this 2-meter mobile radio back then, and at the time the radio had problems with receive and transmit, and it just wouldn't work properly and stuff, and I sat down for a few days working on it, and at the time I managed to get it working. And the last time I had this thing powered up got to be at least 5, maybe 6 years ago was the last time I powered up this radio. It's been sitting on the shelf ever since. So I just figured I'd just give you an idea what it looks like on the inside, the way the crystals are set up and stuff. And I noticed by searching on Google there's not a hell of a lot of information online regarding this Regency HR-212 amateur transceiver. So tonight I'm just going to basically give you a quick run through on what's inside of it, how it looks, and the type of circuitry that was used back then. So if you're interested in taking a look inside a Regency HR-212, a amateur transceiver from 1971, well, stay tuned. And we might even try to make a QSO, a contact on the on this beast. Anyways, be right back. Alright, so right now we've got the main enclosure, the cover taken off the radio. It is one piece, and so basically, again, you have your there's your on and off control, your squelch, your transmit channel selector, and your receive channel selector, your mode switch, mic jack, and speaker. Right off the bat you may notice the speaker is not normally what's there. The speaker that was originally in it was blown, and this is the only speaker I had that would physically fit the way the radio is built on the inside. So anyway, let's take a look at her on the inside, circuit board wise, and see what makes her tick, I suppose. So basically, looking at the back panel, the way the chassis is made, it kind of resembles the old tube equipment. The old tube equipment. So basically, what's going on here? We have a circuit board that's sticking vertically here. That's your transmit oscillator. That's for you. There's 6 crystals that go on this board, as well as 6 on the main board. And then you got another board right here. You can there's more oscillator circuit board there. It's got provision for 12 crystals down along here. So it's pretty nifty little radio. You get your main transmit receive relay right here. Fortunately, there's no plastic case enclosure for this relay, which is a real shame. You got an audio output transformer or modulation transformer. You got your other little controls and whatnot in here, and adjustments and stuff. So yeah, that's basically the rear end. Of course, the back here, you got your power connector here. You have your antenna jack here. Yeah, I think these two items were added afterwards, but somebody at some point put a PTT control here. They put an audio output here, and I'm not 100% sure what this jack here is for at the moment. Not sure. But I downloaded a manual for it, and I got to say, there's not a whole lot about this radio online at all. So anyways, let's take you for an above view of these boards. So I'll give you a little bit of background on the radio. The REGENCY HR-212 is a 12-channel all-transistor FM transceiver designed for use in the 2-meter, 144 to 148 MHz amateur band. The transmitter and receiver section both employ bandpass circuitry so that maximum RF power output and receiver sensitivity are maintained across the entire band. Receive and transmit frequencies are crystal controlled, utilizing crystals manufactured with an accuracy of 0.001%. The receiver and transmit channel selections may be made independently or may be paired. One channel selector connects both transmit and receive crystals. The mode switch permits a quick front panel selection of either of these two methods of channel selection. In addition, crystals may be jumpered so they can be reused in more than one channel or position. This permits the operator to make most of his channel selections using only the transceive channel selector when in lock mode. However, when he encounters an unusual paired arrangement, he can then easily switch to the independent mode, unlock, and select individually his choice of transmit and receive crystals. The receive section is a double conversion superheterodyne type receiver. Silicon transistors, 13 of them, are utilized for dependability under widely varying ambient conditions. Also, 2 integrated circuits are used, providing for the compactness and circuit reliability. In addition, a ceramic filter is employed in the second IF for optimizing receiving performance where numerous channels are active within the same area of the country. The transmitter section also utilizes a silicon transistor, 11 of them throughout, 2 ruggedized RF power transistors, FET or balanced emitter transistor type, are employed for high power output, which typically is 22 watts. A large copper heatsink on the final transistor ensures that there is virtually no power drop-off during lengthy transmissions. In addition, an SOR bridge limiting circuit provides necessary protection to the RF power transistors in the event the antenna or its coaxial feed line becomes open or shorted. The transmitter employs phase modulation, utilizing 2 varactor diodes. Internal controls are provided for adjusting the microphone gain and for setting the amount of deviation. The deviation control is factory adjusted for approximately 7 kHz deviation, 14 kHz swing. The attenuation of spurious emissions, frequency stability, and performance under high variant supply voltage and temperature conditions all exceed FCC limits as would be required for type acceptance. Type acceptance of the transmitter is not necessarily for operation in the amateur service. The receiver section is certified under Part 15, Subpart C of the FCC Rules and Regulations. So like again, I'm reading this out of the manual. Just a couple little specifications for you. The antenna impedance is 50 ohms. Channels has 12 crystal controlled. Frequency range 144 to 148 megahertz. Sensitivity is 0.400 UV. Selectivity 6 dB down. And then you have for the transmitter impedance is 50 ohms. Channels 12 channel crystal controlled individual trimmer capacitors for frequency netting. Frequency range 144 to 148 megahertz. Power output 20 watts. And basically for DC supply, voltage requirements 13.8 volts DC. Current, let's see, voltage requirements 13.8 volts DC, 14.5 volts maximum. Current requirements at 13.8 volts DC. Receive squelched uses about 180 milliamp. Receive maximum audio output is 800 milliamp. Transmit current, it draws about 4.0 amps maximum, and it takes a 5 amp fuse. So basically that's a rundown on the radio. You know, how it works and sort of thing, you know. So yeah, so let's get a closer eyeball at some of these boards. Alright, so basically I'm here going by the service manual here. So this board right here, this particular one right here, it has 2 crystals on it and a couple inductors, adjustable inductors. This board here would be known as the RF board. The board number is 500-861. So that one there is your RF board right here. And the next circuit board inside this radio would be this one here. This will be your diode switching board right here, diode switching, and the board number is 500-887. 500-887. That there is the diode switching board. And I'll show you a better view from the other side of the board momentarily. So here you are. This is the other side of the diode switching board, board 500-887. You have your row of resistors on the very top. You have a row of inductors below the resistors, and then underneath these inductors, then you have a row of there's a mixture of resistors and diodes beneath these wires here. So I'll try to get some pictures. See if I can get some better pictures and stuff after the video is all done. But this board here is the diode switching board. And then the next board, according to the service manual, this board here, this one right here, will be known as the IF board. The IF board. And the board number is 500-858. This here is the IF board. So you get 2 boards, another one here and here. 2 of these are physically separated boards. They're not the same board at all. They're 2 individual circuit boards. But that there is the IF board. And then the next board would be the crystal switch board. This one right here. The board number is 500-889. That's the crystal switch board. Just for reference, you have C404, C406, C408, C410, and C412. And C402 is right here. And of course your crystals would be along here. There's already 2 installed, right here and right here, as well as on the IF board. So there you go. That there is the crystal switchboard, 500-889. And then this board right here, this is what everybody's always interested in, is the transmitter board. This is the transmitter board, this one here. Board number 500-862. 500-862. And the crystals for this board would be along here with these 6 trimmer capacitors. And of course the other 6 of the set would be on the crystal switchboard right here. So yeah, then you got a nice little transistor on the bottom of this board, which is Q301, the main guts of her, which is on this lovely heatsink right here. So there we go. That is the transmitter board, 500-862. So the main transistor is right here. Is a 1 pill, as the boys call them. It's a Motorola 773-2, and underneath that 219. So apparently the radio is supposed to put out about 22 watts when the radio is, you know, fully tuned up and aligned. You should get 22 watts out of this radio with this little with this here transistor. output transistor. So I'll give you a look at the bottom of the circuit boards. You have the transmitter circuit board right here again. Transmitter circuit board. You have the crystal switchboard is vertically right here. You have your the IF board right here, and it's a interesting radio. So here we go. Here we have Regency. Here you go. We got Regency stamped right into the solder right here. Regency logo 1971. I have another Regency logo right here. 1971. We have another one right here, Regency, 1971. So yeah, there's been a few mods and such done with this radio. I don't know how many mods, mind you, but you got the two jacks. You got the one here for your PTT. There's one there for audio that's been removed, or I should say the wiring going to it has been removed. You have your relay underneath. You have your power connector over here, which is protected by a diode. A couple capacitors here for filtering. So, you know, it's not too bad. Still not sure what these are, but I guess we'll look into the manual and see what these positions are here. But there's not a whole lot underneath the circuit boards. There's not a whole lot there. And then of course we have what's behind the volume control and the two for the channel selectors and stuff, mode selector. It's all right here. All the wiring comes up to this area, and there's quite a jungle in there, as you can see. So you have your transmit switch, crystal switch right here. You have the receive crystal switch right here. You have your mode switch right there. You have your volume on and off control here. Down in this corner down here is squelch control. You got two light bulbs lighting up the display. One here and one here. So it's pretty cool. So we'll get some more pictures now of this, or get some video now looking straight down at these boards so you can get a better look at them. Okay, so let's go through the circuit boards one more time. So now you can get a better view of them. This board right here, is known as the RF board. The RF board. So as you can see, the positions for the crystals right here, all 12 of them right across. And as you can see, the separation in the boards, they are completely separate boards. So that's the RF board right there. And since I'm on this board, I'll show you the crystal switchboard, which is right here. You see the line of resistors across, the inductors. I'm not sure if that's green or that one burned up. Where are you? Oh, you're green. Okay, the liquid burned up. Then you got your mix of resistors and diodes underneath. So yeah, that's the crystal switchboard right there, which is soldered onto the RF board. So the next board would be this one here, which is next to the RF board. Is this one here? This is the IF board. IF 500-858. That's the IF board. This is where you'll find the two little ICs. See if we can zoom in here. Regency 301-576-3. And you've got a SC 52528 PI, it looks like. Let's turn the light on and see if we can see this a bit better. Okay, P, there you go. So it's SC5282P. It's a Motorola IC chip. And that's the only two IC chips you will find in the Regency HR-212 is those guys there. So then you've got the audio chips there. It's pretty cool little radio, I have to say. Anyway, so that's your IF. Yes, and here's your crystal filter. Down under there. I don't want to move the wires too much because these are solid core. Regency 301-72. Interesting, eh? Old school technology at its best. You have this one here again, which is the crystal switchboard 500-889. So you can see two crystals are already installed. Associated trimmer capacitors. The little starts come off vertical from the board. Those are the plug-ins for the crystals. So you got 6 can go on this board, and the other 6 would go on the main board. But that there is the crystal. That's the crystal switchboard. Right there. And then we have the transmitter board. Right there. 500-862. There's the transmitter board. Not a whole lot to it. Motorola 2N4427. Have a Motorola 696-3. So there's the other starts for the plug-in crystals right there next to those capacitors. And of course you got your relay, which is probably soon going to need a new one. I don't say these contacts are very clean anymore. And I guess this would be your modulation transformer. But pretty cool. And of course there's the front of the main board right there. That's where all the controls are. You have your receive on this side, transmit on that side. You get your 2 bulbs here, mode switch, volume control, squelch control underneath that. There we go. That, in a nutshell, is the Regency HR-212. And I just found the information on this terminal strip here. As it says in the manual for the radio, it's an external or remotely mounted speaker can be used by first opening the link between terminals 3 and 4. These terminals are located on the rear panel and are clearly marked on the label. Then connect one lead of the external speaker to terminal 1, chassis ground, and the other lead to terminal 4. A 3 to 4 ohm speaker such as Regency accessory number MA-8 is recommended for optimum performance. So the radio uses a 3 to 4 ohm, say a 4 ohm speaker to properly operate. That I didn't know. I figured an 8 ohm speaker would be good enough for this. Anyways, learn something every day.
I'm gonna have to think about now. If we go to the basement, the part where I had the radio set up, I'm gonna have to see if I can get a permanent station desk set up in there and feed the feed line in through the actual wall and then through a window.
Yeah, well, don't you have another window over pointing towards the backyard where you would actually be able to see the antenna?
No, there's a window on the other side, but either way you're still underneath your patio.
Oh, gotcha, okay. Yeah. I thought you might be able to see down in the yard a little bit better, because that corner I didn't think was all under the patio, but I guess your patio is the full width, so that would have been hard to change.
Yeah, on the other side, like, you probably might see out a bit because it's not blocked off on the far side of the patio. Side that I ran it in is, but either way we wouldn't be able to look across to see the antenna because the antenna's on the right side of the yard and that window will be on the left side, so it wouldn't matter. But the first time I put the antenna up, it was on the other side that was on. But you're not long using up the 75 feet of coax when you're going 20, 30 feet up in the air.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't take long. I mean, if we get 9 of those poles at 4 feet a pole, less whatever the overlap is, so say it's 4 inches, so it's 9 4s, 36, and then 4 9s, 36 inches. Again, another 3 feet off, so you're up about 33 feet to the peak.
Yeah, that's right. I bought some tie wraps too today. You never have enough of those.
No, that's right. That's right. So I was eyeing them when I was there the other day, but I wasn't getting anything else, so I didn't get the tie wraps.
Yeah, I was hoping there was going to be a bunch on sale, but there wasn't, so I got ones that are not UV resistant, but they do work outdoors in cold temperatures, so I figure, well, it's only a temporary install, so that'll be just fine.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll zip tie the cable onto the antenna poles as they're going up, and that would just help it from flopping around, I guess.
Yeah, we can do that, but I don't know if it's needed. You can, once you put the guy wires on it, it's going to be pretty stable. But anyway, we'll see. I might change the rope I have out now. As you know, is that really thin rope. I might change it for the better rope I got, the thicker stuff. Might be easier to tie and untie too.
Yeah, though I was talking the feed line, because if you only had the feed line attached at the top and the bottom, like, it could be slapping against the pole in a bit of a wind.
Yeah, that's just where you just wind around the pole a couple times and you get like a corkscrew on it.
Oh, I suppose that'll work too.
And that's probably just easier than zip tying it. Anyway, you're in the parking lot of Dominion. I better run on in. But anyway, I'll see you when I get back in a little bit. If you're around, you're around. If you're not, you're not. I'll see you tomorrow. And listen, about tomorrow, I got a message, Aaron too. We'll walk over at 11. Like at 11, leave our houses to walk over.
Well, yeah, I guess, sure. Shortly after 11, maybe. Or we're gonna skip coffee.
Yeah, we could just skip coffee and do that. Like, I don't want to like be there at 11, but I wouldn't mind heading there shortly after 11. Not headed there at 12 o'clock. It's going to be busy again.
Yeah, sounds good. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning anyway. VO1 CRP, VO1 ZAP, I'll be clearing your final.
Yeah, sounds good, Bob. 73. VO1 ZAP, VO1 CRP. We're both clear on the VO1 NTV repeater.
With or without traffic, Knights Caribou, VHF net. Net control for this evening is Victor Oscar 1 Delta Mike. My name is Doug. I'm located in the Gould, just outside of St. John's, Newfoundland. And we'll listen first of all for any emergency or priority traffic. Have you heard? Are there any messages or announcements for tonight's nothing heard, so we'll listen for mobile or portable stations.
This is the VO1GT repeater.
Nothing heard, so we'll listen now for stations from central Newfoundland and the northeast coast. Any stations from central Newfoundland or the northeast coast?
One of exit.
1 KLL. V1MXZ. Go ahead, Brian.
DM VO1MXZ. Evening, Doug, and everybody on the net. We no traffic at a ground file this evening, 7:30.
Yeah, very good, Brian. You have a good evening at 7:30. V1 KLL. Go ahead, Gary. V01 DM, V01 KLL. Good evening, Doug, and to all hands on the evening Caribou net. We have no traffic from Lewisport, 7:30. Yeah, very good, Gary. You have a good night, and 7:30. Good evening, Doug, and to all on board this evening. No traffic from this station. Not a bad old evening here. 7-3s to all. VO1DM, VO1PH.
Yeah, very good. Have a good evening and 7-3. V1DXC, you got it correct?
V1 Delta Mike, V1BXC. Good evening, Doug. All on frequency. No traffic from Grand Falls. Good to a football game. 7-3, V1BXC.
Yeah, very good, Craig. Have a good evening and 7-3. Anyone else from Central Newfoundland or the Northeast Coast?
On Charlie Alpha Lima.
V1CAO, go ahead, Cal.
CIL, good, Doug. Boys in around Grand Falls there, they're all sounding good. But around the island, tell the truth, evening to that city. Everybody aboard. We have no other traffic now. 7-3, everybody have a good night. Good evening.
Yeah, very good, Craig. Have a good evening and, Cal, have a good evening, 7-3. Anyone else from Central Newfoundland or the Northeast Coast?
V1 Papa there.
V1 Papa Sierra, go ahead.
They're right frequency, checked in through Gander, through V1 DOR. We have no traffic. 7-3 here by frequency. Good night all.
Yeah, very good. You have a good evening and 7-3. Once again, listening for stations from Central Newfoundland and the Northeast Coast. Nothing heard, so we'll listen now for stations from the South Coast and the Nearin Peninsula. Once again, any stations from the South Coast or the Nearin Peninsula. Nothing heard, so we'll listen now for stations from the Southwest Coast. Nothing heard, so we'll listen for stations from the West Coast and the Northern Peninsula.
V1 Tango X-Ray. Victor Ocean 1 Alpha Juliet Delta.
V1TX, go ahead, Chris.
V1 Delta Mike, V1 Tango X-Ray. Good evening, Doug. Good evening to all on the Caribou Net. Everybody sounding great here this evening. Anyway, no other traffic, only our temperatures, but I think it's been -16 this evening. Anyway, have a great evening. V1 Delta Mike, V1 Tango X-Ray, 7-3.
Yeah, very good, Chris. You have a good evening and 7-3. V1AJD, go ahead, Art.
Thank you, Doug. Another very nice evening here in Deer Lake. Windy and drifting snow. Recommend you stay off the highway there. No other traffic on this end. 73 from Deer Lake.
Yeah, very good, Art. You have a good evening and 7-3. Anyone else from the West Coast or the Northern Peninsula?
V1 CSR.
V1CSR, go ahead, girl.
Yeah, very good evening here, Doc. Not a bad old evening here, but a wind on the go all night here. Nice breeze of wind here. The wind picked up there. As the western here, colder down. Nice bit here, like Chris said. The temperature dropped a big lot here from this morning there. Other than that, sir, no traffic from St. Anthony. 7-3. V1 Delta Mike, V1 Charlie Sugar Radio.
Yeah, very good, Carl. You have a good evening and 7-3. Once again, listening for stations from the West Coast and the Northern Peninsula. Nothing heard, so we'll listen now for stations from Labrador.
V2 Echo Tango. Chance 21, a little bit of blowing snow. Typical Labrador evening. 73 to all on the net. VO1DM, VO2ET.
Yeah, very good there. Enjoy your evening in 7-3. Any other stations from Labrador to check?
VO2 Kilo Bravo.
VO1 or VO2 KB, go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, no traffic to report from this end, Doug. 73 is all on frequency.
Yeah, very good, Kevin. You enjoy your evening in 7-3. Anyone else from Labrador to check tonight's net? Nothing heard, so we'll listen now for Echo Link stations and Echo Link stations only, please.
VO1 Kilo Mike Papa.
VO1 KMP, go ahead.
VO1 KMP to VO1 TM.
Yeah, VO1 KMP, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. VO1 DM. This is VO1 Kilo Mike Papa. The QTH, iPad to city on Echo Link. Wish everybody a nice night, and everybody's coming loud and clear. And I just want to say 7-3 and all the best to everyone. Bye for now.
Yeah, very good, Ken. You have a good evening. Thanks for checking in 7-3. Any other Echo Link stations for tonight's net? Nothing heard, so we'll listen for stations from the Avalon Peninsula.
VO1 Hotel Charlie.
VO1 November Charlie.
VO1 AFC.
VO1 FOX.
VO1 Lima White.
VO1 MDS.
VO1 Fox Juliet Sierra.
VO1 Hotel Charlie, go ahead, Paul.
VO1 Delta Mike Net Control, VO1 Hotel Charlie through VO1 Golf Tango Repeater. Good evening, Doug, and thanks for calling me in. Good evening to one and all on frequency. Just a reminder for those in the greater Avalon area, if you're within listening distance or talking distance, we have the sideband informal net immediately following this one on 144-200. That's 144-200 upper side for those in the greater Avalon area that can listen and talk to us. We invite you to join us. 7-3, thanks to Doug, and VO1 Hotel Charlie's clear through VO1 Golf Tango.
Yeah, very good, Paul. You have a good night and 7-3. VO1 November Charlie, go ahead, Barry.
VO1 Delta Mike, VO1 November Charlie. Good evening, Doug. I have no traffic for your net, over.
Yeah, very good, Barry. You are good. Have a good evening and 7-3. VO1 AFC, go ahead.
VO1 DM with the net. This is VO1 AFC. I have no traffic. 73 is the wall, and hope everyone had a great day and a great day tomorrow.
Yeah, very good. You have a good evening and 7-3. VO1 FOX, go ahead, Aaron.
VO2 Whiskey Alpha checking in. Traffic.
VO2 Whiskey Alpha, go ahead.
Just checking in. No traffic.
on the net, no traffic. Trying to figure out my scanner slash receiver slash whatever you want to call it has no receive anymore. I can't even hear Golf Tango or even my input, so there's something definitely gone wrong with it. And so that's all I'm doing, trying to figure out getting that to work. 73, VO1DM, VO1FOX.
Yeah, very good, Aaron. You have a good evening in 7-3. VO1, leave them like good.
Victor Oscar 1 Delta Mike, this is Victor Oscar 1 Leo Mike. Good evening, Doug, and good evening all on frequency. No traffic from Southwest St. John's. VO1 Leo Mike out.
Yeah, very good, Dave. Hope you enjoyed your trip on the West Coast. Have a good night in 7-3. VO1 KTF, correct, Keith?
Yeah, VO1DM, VO1 KTF. I don't believe I called out. Maybe I'm having a brain freeze. Anyhow, good enough. I was here waiting for my turn anyway. But so we'll say 73's to all, VO1 KTF.
Yeah, very good, Keith. Thought I heard you. Maybe it was somebody else. I guess we'll find out shortly. Have a good night, 7-3. VO1 FJS, go ahead, Fred.
VO1 Delta Mike, VO1 FJS. Good evening, Doug, and all hands on the evening caravan net. We got nothing for you net, sir. Have a good evening. VO1 FJS, back to you, sir.